Fingers crossed again, it goes off without a hitch. What up, YouTube? My name is Riz Ill, and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. And today we're going to be reacting to a Steve Wilkos. And we're going to get back to our regularly shared. You know when you're doing well in a word and then you don't lose confidence in yourself and you don't know how to recover, so you fuck up the next word that you were actually fine with also, so now you fucked up two words. We are now back to our regularly scheduled programming, ladies and gentlemen. And this topic is going to be a mother too horrible to forgive. From my understanding of this thing, from the extract that I think I read or whatever, the kids are accusing, I don't think it's just one kid, I think all the kids are accusing the mother's husband, who obviously isn't their biological father, for sexually molesting them. But she doesn't believe them, and I think it's caused a strain on their relationship, and that's why it's saying a mother is too horrible to forgive. Because I only read the whole I saw and read the whole what you call the kids accusing him part, but I didn't know it went to the extent where she didn't believe her kids so much that she chose to side with her husband over her kids. And now there's a strenuous like rivalry brewing, or a strenuous relationship happening or whatever. So we're just gonna get to it and see what's going on here with this family.
I'm here because I want to get closure with my mom and her husband, because her husband was doing stuff he had no business of doing, and for me to go to her and actually tell her when it first happened, and for her to just push it up on the road like it wasn't nothing, it pushed it to this point.
Jose went into my little sister, the dad's room, the middle child's room, one night, and I guess was trying to mess with her.
It was just me.
I'm sorry. I've paused it for nothing else but to discuss the accents. I think it's one of those no, let me not say the wrong word, because I'm not trying to say the wrong word, but I felt the wrong word coming up. But let me just say the wrong word now to make you understand that it wasn't the wrong word, but it would have been put in the wrong context. I was gonna say cliche. It seems like one of those cliche circumstances where it's like the Latino kids growing up in like the maybe black neighborhood in one of those early 2000s movies, and then they develop those accents, and then they become one of those like Latino kids that are, in the hood with the black guys and the black kids, and they end up having that swagger, you know what I'm saying? And in those movies, the way they depict like Latino women especially, it's extra sexy because one, they know how to relate and they know how to maneuver through the black community and the black people, and they have like good relationships with the black people. But on top of that, they still have that Latin spice and flair, which is very attractive. I'm just saying in general. I don't know this girl's age yet, so I'm not saying she's in that way. You'll never catch me. No, no. As long as we don't know her age yet. So.
And him there, I was sound asleep. Next thing you know, he comes in my room. When he come in, it was just, I could feel him. I would more or less like see him. I could feel him standing there looking at me. And I'm thinking to myself, what's he gonna do to me? The next day I told my mama. She put it in the corner like what I said or how I felt didn't matter. As long as she had him there, that's all she depended on.
I've always felt uncomfortable around him from the way he would hug us, and even being close to him physically. It wasn't until close to my birthday last year that he actually tried to do something with me. He took me out to a Mexican restaurant and we ate, we sat down and ate, everything was good and dandy and fine. And then whenever we were in the car, he said he wanted to tell me something, and I was like, just tell me what's up. And he's like, well, I've liked you for a long time, and I just didn't know how to tell you. I mean, he tried to like grab my hand and try to be all sweet talk and all sweet about it and everything else, and I was like, no, like, you with my mama, are you crazy?
Okay, but the way she's saying it, he hadn't. The way she's saying it, he hadn't molested them yet. I hadn't molested her through her childhood, but he waited for her to come of age before he told her, yo, I kind of like you more than your mom. And that's still a fucked up situation, bro. Because it's one thing if you're coming from the outside and then there's a mom that you have like a thing with, but then the daughter is more attractive, and like depending on your age, the weirdness. If you're young and that's happening, like you have a MILF situation with the mom. I'm sorry if anyone is like, oh, by this, but let's just think of it. Let's just truly think of it. If you have a MILF situation with the mom, like a cougar situation, but then before that thing goes like into full fruition, you start having a thing with the daughter who's younger. You can easily just go the daughter route, and it might be a little bit awkward for some time, but at the end of the day, it's like, we both young, me and the daughter are young, and we have a thing going. Cool. But if you're an older guy, and not even like you had like a two situational thing with the mom and the daughter, like from the outside, but you came in and you already came into the situation, you were with the mom, and then now like the daughter hadn't, you helped raise the daughter to some extent, and the daughter hadn't come of age, but as soon as she comes of legal age, you know, not just like age itself, like a quinceañera, like a legal age, you start fucking around with the kid. It's, especially as an older guy, that seems a little bit, if it was a younger guy, not condoning it, but if it was a younger guy, like someone closer to her age, who was like fucking the mom on some cougar shit, then it would be, even if he went that far, it would be like, this young guy, he just got caught up in and honestly, the younger girl has the mother beat. But like the older guy, that's rapey vibes, dog. It's rapey vibes. You don't even have anything in common with a girl her age, bro. Come on.
He's like, what am I gonna get for it? What are you gonna do? And I was like, I'm not gonna do nothing. I said, you owe me anyways for all the tears that I've cried, for ruining my mother, like our relationship with my sisters, my mother, everything. We got to the house, he tried to damn touch on me. And I didn't necessarily feel comfortable. I was by myself. I ended up pushing him all the way down the hallway. And that's basically where it ended. It was like Mama just brushed off like it was nothing. It hurts because, it was my choice to have her in my life. I mean, I was adopted out already. And now she already got me took away from her for the stupid she was doing at a younger age.
There's more to that. It's not. Cause see, my mama sold me for drugs when I was little, so.
How old were you?
3. I was sold for drugs. I was raped. So I don't.
And Mama pretty much told me, well, get some proof. So I ended up recording everything.
Man, I'm gonna be pausing for a lot of times, bro. Then why aren't you getting the authorities involved more than trying to get your mother involved? Because if your mother was selling you for drugs at like 3, and then I don't know whether you got raped at 3 years old, but like you experienced some kind of sexual abuse under her guardianship, like in being that young, and now you're still going to your mother for help. I know people always like, they have this thing where they look to their parents to like protect them and stuff, but at some point, like, you gotta realize, bro, like, when your mother is that far gone and shit like that has happened, it's a perfect and prime example of why, if you have that option in your head of thinking maybe I can go to your mom, you can immediately say, this motherfucker will not help me. Like, it's already over. She's not even an option. She won't. Like, have you not seen what has... Oh.
On the phone. When I told Mama, it was like she didn't even believe me still, even though I had that recording. And I told her, I said, I don't want nothing to do. Like, I don't want you around me. I don't want a relationship with you until, you leave him. So for quite a few months, I didn't talk to her that much. I wasn't close to her at all.
For one, that man is not our daddy. And when you can sit and watch how he reacts with your kids and think there's no problem, there's a problem. Not to just one of her kids, but all of us. She still stayed with him for a while until my little sister told her, hey, yeah, we actually done this.
Me and my sisters have been telling her for the longest.
I'm sorry for pausing it again, man. To see this little Latin girl acting like a black chick, it's crazy. Hey man, there's a certain way like they act with like Latin girls, like I've realized like Latino girls in America, there's a certain way they act with like a lot of spice. that it's specific to them, and then you know when there's a certain way they act when they're imitating or they're imitating or they're like replicating something that they've learned from being in a African American environment. Yeah.
What he's trying to do and what he's been doing, and that it was wrong, and that she needed to leave him and leave him alone, period. And I guess if she don't do that, then like I said, I'm done.
I literally left home because I didn't feel at home. I didn't feel safe. And for me to be with my mother, that was supposed to be my safe place, and she never wanted to make it that way. That's the reason I had to grow up fast. I found someone who loved me, and I know to protect me. I even got married at 15. I have 2 kids.
I just want her to choose her children, period. And not just me, but Ladena and Emery too, over the piece of that she's with.
Yo, bro, I hope that you didn't find someone who's also old or some shit. I hope this actually it's still a messed up situation, but like what I'm hoping, like for the situation to be dimmed down a little bit, is I hope that at 15 she got into a situation or sort of marriage situation or dedication situation or whatever with someone closer to her age that maybe she can grow with, even though it's still a mistake, it's still not as dangerous as or as fucked up as like finding an older guy because you know daddy issues. One daddy is not there, the next daddy is trying to fuck you. Like, pardon my language, you go to this like bad situation, but you get what I'm saying, right?
Maria, that's your sisters on tape. How do you feel about what they're saying?
Oh well, I'm feeling really sad about it right now because it is true that me or my sister Ladina and Desiree, we did not grow up with her. We had lived with my grandfather, me and my sister Ladina, for mostly when we was little, and we had thought of us going back to her, we would be in a safe place, but then we have figured it out that it was not a safe place for us to be, and we did leave when we was. My sister Ladena was 15 and I was 16. When the stepfather Jose, when he wanted me to do things with him, and I went and do things with him, I was not allowed at his house. I was not allowed to call my mother while he was there. I was not allowed to do anything until I did something with him.
When you said you did something with them, what would that be?
He would force me to sit here and have sexual things with him, and I would tell him no, but he will force me to do it because if not, I was not allowed to talk with my mother or nothing else. And I sit here and told the police in front of her that he tried to do things to me, and she would never believe me. She did not do anything.
Yo, at some point you gotta be like, what hold does like okay. Okay, listen, I always say in terms of me, and I hope you guys don't get sick of it, but I just have to use it as an example because I can't really speak on anyone else's life, but I'm gonna make it fast. In terms of me, like my strenuous situation is more with my father than my mother. My mother has always been supportive, and I've always been lucky to have a mother who's just amazing and perfect, and like she does anything, everything for me. She unconditionally loves me, etc., etc. You know, my strenuous situation has been more with my father, and even then in any of those situations I've never been like, oh, I still want my father's approval, I still want a relationship with my father. When we've been at odds, it's been like pretty much up. Like I haven't been someone to literally like submit to him and say, oh daddy, I still want you, blah blah. Like it's been like two dogs at each other, you know what I'm saying, till one wins. And eventually um uh let me not even say who prevailed or whatever, but I am here and I am smiling and I am fine. So, but you know what I'm saying? Like, so me being in those situations with my father and everything he's ever did or done or whatever, I've seen other people in situations with their parents, and I've never gotten why they don't act like me. I think some people are just different, where like their parents would either be abusive or of no help, or they'll do some fucked up shit, and the kids will still go like the furthest, like they'll go the distance just to like have some kind of relationship and be with their parents. And I've never gotten that whole Stockholm syndrome type of thing that people have with their parents like that, because I've always had a thing of like, bro, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong, and if you're gonna be this way, then nigga, let's go. You know what I'm saying? and I kept that energy to the end with my father. I'll see him again one day, hopefully. But since I've kept that energy and it's made sense to me, and it's actually, well, in my situation, it's been the, whether anyone sees it as right or wrong, or good or bad, like it's been the right decision to make. Since it's worked for me, I don't understand why people wouldn't use that and let it work for them. Because for me, it wasn't out of malice, but it was just out of, this person is fucked up. They are a fucked up situation, and we're gonna deal with that situation. You understand what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna deal with that situation. You know? So this whole thing of like people not dealing with that situation and just like trying to appease and like rub up and like do anything just to be near it is like, what?
So when she walks into the bedroom and he's got his pants down, he's exposed, right?
Yes.
So and she says, well, if you want her, her own daughter, she says, you can have her. More like a jealous reaction than an outraged reaction.
Because she would never believe the way her husband was treating her kid.
She caught him in the bathroom with his pants down with you.
Yes.
So she knew something was going on.
I mean, she would take her and choose drugs over her kids and choose men over her kids. We never grew up with her.
And how would you describe your relationship with Jose?
But he forces me to do things with him so I can have a relationship with my mother.
Even to this day?
It's been shot for like almost a month now.
The
Because
sex.
I have seen her myself.
Hold
Yes,
on,
I have seen.
So you let.
Yo, she's still fucking him? I mean, pardon my language, but I thought like we here for like a confessional of how you were abused. I didn't know you were still like blowing this nigga just to have a relationship with this demon. Allegedly, we'll see whether all of this is true. But like, yo, you still, cause a month is not that long. Wait.
The last time you had sex with him was a month ago?
Yes. And every time I tell her that she needs to leave the dude and stuff like that, all she does is bring to my face that she can't please with what she has.
Why, Elena, how many times did I ask you? How many times did I ask you? Did he touch you and use that? No! Until last Monday!
And why did I say
Until
no?
last
Why did
Monday!
I say no?
And now you're telling me, and when last Monday you was in there and told me, Mama Elena, I asked you many times! Did he physically put his hands on you? You said no!
Because you don't do anything.
I used to be a police officer, and I used to have to interview rape victims. Can you imagine if I'm going in a hospital and I see a young girl like this, and I start screaming at her like you did, and I'm a police officer wearing a uniform? What would you think of me? You think I was nuts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the feeling's mutual, right?
Yeah.
Did you see Jose in the bathroom with his pants down in front of your
Yes,
daughter?
I did. And
What did you think that was going? What did you think was going on?
Well, I thought they were fixing to have sex.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
So you didn't know that a year ago?
no, because I confronted my daughter.
But I'm saying you just left them a week ago.
Yes, I
Why
did.
didn't you leave them a year ago?
I did not leave him this time because of that. After I left him, then she came back to me and told me.
Did you say to Jose, if you want her, you can have her?
I did because I.
What's wrong with you? You thought her say, hey, this Jose's a creep. He tried to do something with me?
Yes, and I told Desiree when she came up to me and told me that, I said, when you get a chance, get a video or a voice recording of him saying it to you so I can go do what I got to do in court to get rid of.
Court?
No, because I don't have the money at the time.
Oh my God. Wait, hold on a second. You're this guy, your husband, is going through your daughters, right? Like just, he's sexually assaulting them, sleeping with them, doing all kind of crazy. You don't have the money? 911 is a free phone call. Mother had no clue. She had no clue.
Why do you think I live? Why do you think I broke up so fast? Yeah. I'm sorry. No, I've heard that for years, Mama. Years. All my life. When you
She's def. I think I even think her current partner is black. I'm sorry for obsessing over this situation. I'm sorry for maybe being insensitive because like this is a strenuous situation and I am trying to even comment on like how bad the situation is. But there's some things in between that are just so especially in terms of the things that I've noticed that I just have to comment on it. And yeah, I think even her new the current baby daddy, because she said like she has like two kids with the new partner that she started her life with. I personally think he's black. You know, I just because everything about her screams like she's with the brothers and sisters, man. She's with us. She's Mexican, but she's one of us too. You know, she's she just called her mom mama. Like, come on, bro. Who in America, like, I don't know, but wait, in the South, white people call like their mom's mama, but white people don't have that much swag in terms of Southern white people. They don't have that much, So nah, bro, nah, nah. She's with us. Let's go. Even though I'm African, guys, I sympathize with my Black American brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? She's part of the family. Yeah, call her mama. Let's go.
When you was locked up, oh, I'm sorry. If you were sorry, why didn't you show them? Baby, I was on drugs. That's beside the point. I did the same thing too. I done drugs too and come off the son of a bitches for my girls. I was on mine. I love you. And I do. You. I would love to have our relationship back. But if you're gonna put a man before me, I gotta look out for mine. Baby, I'm not gonna put a man before you. He's gone. I promise you.
Oh.
You need to do that for mother.
She came out like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Because why? I'm tired of, yeah, you
stupid.
is. You dead right is.
When I become
At least
a mother,
you know that.
I'm no good, I know my job. But I'm here today. I brought y'all, I'm the one that made the call. I brought y'all on here to ask y'all to forgive me and to tell y'all mean the world to me. Y'all my blood.
So stuff was rubbed into my face that he had done or whatever. And he was like back there laughing like he was all cool. Like, ha, 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 yeah, I did this, I did that.
And she's standing there?
I'm sorry. Again, it's a messed up situation, but even the way she's explaining it, like, and then the ringer, guys, the ringer, you hear a black person in the background be like, yes, talk, Lakeisha, talk.
And he told her to get me out of his house, and she pushed me out of her house.
No, he told me he didn't want the drum brought in the house.
You know why?
Because
So you got rid of your daughter?
You choose to give up us.
So you get rid of
That's
your
your house. It should be my safe place for your daddy.
You were obviously abused by Jose. How old were you at the time?
But I was waiting. I got found for myself.
Yeah.
Because I
Oh,
got
that's right, 'cause you were adopted out. So you come back into
She
life.
come to us.
You wanted to see your mom.
I made a fake Facebook, cussed her out because I wanted a relationship with my mother, but I wanted to get all my stuff out. Why lose me in the first place? And then when I get old enough,
Lost
come
this
and
one
find
with love,
you.
lost this one with
Why
God.
even take any kind of risk to lose that again? If it meant so much to you.
Are you jealous of your daughters that your husband wants to be with them and not you?
No, not at all. No, I'm not. It takes two to tango. Why didn't she ever stop it when it's going to be a mother?
First place, but why would she want to come out and tell you something that you didn't believe in the first place?
So it takes two to tangle, even if it's a child?
And it takes one to be a mother.
How did she feel?
Well, Desiree, you came here, you took a lie detector test, and we asked you.
She even has the swagger and the comebacks of a black woman. Jesus. Fuck, it's gonna sound creepy, but she's already a mother of two, and I'm presuming she's of a legal age. But if she isn't, I repent and I cast down anything I say in the name of Jesus. But if she's 19 or 20 or whatever, this goes out to her 19 and 20, 21-year-old self. You fine as hell. You are. Hey, you got me, dog. When you have that Spanish, thing, that Latin thing, that Mexican thing, you got that look and shit about you, and then you moving like the sisters, bro. Come on, bro. Shit. You got my soul. Let's go.
Did Jose ask for sexual favors from you and point to his penis while you were in a car after dinner took you out for? You answered yes. Did you tell your mother directly that Jose was being inappropriate with you sexually and you felt uncomfortable? You answered yes. Are you making the story up about Jose in order to get your mother out of her relationship with him? You answered no. Results came back all the same to each one of those three questions, and it came back that Desiree told the truth. You just said to me backstage you want to repair things. That's why
Yes, I do.
Well, listen to me then. If you want to repair things, then what you do is take full responsibility. You don't blame your children for what your husband did to them.
Thank you.
Oh, Ladena, you took a lie detector test, and we asked you, did you make up the story that you woke up with Jose standing in your room while you were in bed on the night in question when you were younger? You answered no. Did you tell your mother directly that Jose was being inappropriate with you and you felt uncomfortable? You answered yes. Are you making this story up about Jose in order to get your mother out of a relationship with him? You answered no. The results came back all the same, and it came back that Ladena told the truth. Did any of your daughters ever tell you directly that your husband Jose was touching them inappropriately and making them feel uncomfortable?
Yes.
You answered yes. Did any of your relatives tell you that Jose, your husband, was touching your daughters inappropriately?
Yes.
Yes. Did you ever tell Jose he could have Maria if he wanted to when you caught him with his pants down?
Yes.
Did you tell CPS that Desiree was on drugs and neglectful to her children?
Yes.
Why?
And by the way, the results came back all the same, and it came back that she told the truth.
The reason why I told them that day, okay, why would you wake up that morning? Why after the damn no, listen, look down, listen.
She says here on stage that she's going to get rid of Jose, but the point is, you'll be, I'm predicting, and maybe I'm wrong, but I usually am not, you're going to be back with this guy.
Oh, no.
Yes, you will. After all, this guy's done to your daughters, and you stay with them,
You let him say that, bro.
you're not going to break up with them. But you, one of the worst mothers that ever graced the stage, get the hell off her.
And I done that for her daddy, because her daddy be real disappointed. He raised me and he did not raise me the way she was. Like I told her, I was on drugs too, and I come on for the sake of my girls. My girls.
Listen, and I know deep down level, everybody wants their mother in their life. I really do hope that she could change, she could stop blaming you guys, but if
She
not,
didn't let me stop first time.
but if not, you just be strong with it for your own kids and make sure you don't go without.
Oh, don't worry about it, because my baby won't never go without me. Thank you, Mr. Steve.
Yo, that African American Mexican chick is hot. But what can I say about this? Yo, this is a whole Tyler Perry movie, bro. Like, didn't Tyler Perry have a script like this where the mother in I don't know which Tyler Perry movie it was, but the mother was in the past or whatever. She had this thing of letting her her husband, who was rich, she married him for his money, sleep with her children so she could live lavish and have all of them taken care of and all of that. She let him sleep with her oldest daughter, who wasn't his daughter, in order for her to, like, so he was sleeping with the daughter and the mother, just, so he can keep paying their bills and all. Man, this is a whole Tyler Perry movie, bro. Like, there are women like that who do this. And the thing about, I'm sorry to go into Tyler Perry, but the thing about Tyler Perry is a lot of his movies, like, even though sometimes people make fun of them because, I don't know, the writing or the acting, whatever, a lot of those movies, a lot of even African American people have said, like, they relate to a lot of shit that goes down in life in general, in people's lives, in their neighborhoods, in the community, and whatever people have seen. So a lot of the shit he does really speaks to the shit, and there's shit like this that actually happens. There's shit like this that actually happens that I know. So it's crazy, it's sad, and I hope these people are okay, man. Watch who you keep around your kids, because honestly, man, hey, bro, this is a lot. There's some messed up people out there. And if you don't look out for your kids, then who will? By the time the world catches up and looks out for your kids for you, it's too late. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the post notifications, and thank you for joining me. This lady crazy, bro.